League GSL. Where the last champion of this year will be determined. After the semifinals, we will have our two finalists of the 2012 Hot 6 GSL Season 5. Let me introduce to you the 4 strongest players that survived through this intense season. GSL HyuN.
Gets a free pass.
HyuN.
No mess with the girl cowboy.
MVP Sniper. STX Soul Innovation. Who will be the last 2 players remaining that will advance to the GSL Finals? Now, let's start the semifinals that will surely bring us some epic matches. GSL Season 5.
Greetings from Las Vegas and welcome to the GSL Code S Round of 4. I'm Tasteless, I'm here with our Toasters. How you guys doing today? It is packed in here.
It is Tasteless.
This is our second time doing a GSL overseas. And I gotta say, we're so happy to be down here, guys. It's great to see you guys here.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, man, thanks for being down here.
This is really exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great crowd already, as we saw. We have 4 great players, Tasteless.
Hey, you know what's
And we're
been
in Las
interesting?
Vegas. I mean, this has been a 6
you guys
trip
been doing
already.
some gambling, some drinking in Sin City? I'm already down $200, but it's been a blast down here. We love it. Please have us back. This GSL so far has had a lot of upsets. We've had a lot of new players.
Yeah. And in fact, we might have another Royal Roader this time. It is absolutely
it
a possibility.
Can happen. You know, the makeup right now of StarCraft 2 and who's on top and who's winning, it's changing. The first match we're going to have is going to be HyuN against Innovation. You got any predictions for that coming into this?
That's a hard one. Innovation's playing so well, but HyuN is kind of on fire lately.
Yeah, he really is.
He's been killing it. So I think it's going to be 3-2 one way or the other. But
yeah, I got to agree with you.
HyuN.
I think today it's probably going to be one of our longer days. I think it's probably going to go to Game 5 for each of these. I think so. We've got some great TVZs down here. So, whenever we do this stuff overseas like this, I always get curious. How many of you guys are actually from the Las Vegas area? Okay, and then how many of you guys are then actually, from somewhere else in the States? No kidding. Wow. I was actually expecting the opposite balance there. That's pretty cool. Well, this is going to be great. Artosis, we've been doing this for 2 years now here at the GSL. If you guys are unfamiliar with us, because I'm sure there are some people that don't know about Code S that have just come by here because they're just visiting the Cosmopolitan. We were professional gamers in StarCraft 1, living in Seoul, Korea, obviously. And we started doing StarCraft 2 commentary. I never thought I would be somewhere like here in the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas, seeing all you wonderful nerds.
I never thought it would look like this.
I did not actually expect that. I was like, okay, as long as I can pay rent and keep commentating video games, I'll be fine with that. All right, so let's get this going. Today's matchups. We have 4 players again in the round of 4 here. We have HyuN, Innovation, HyuN, and Sniper.
That's right. Let's take a closer look at these guys. If you like IPL, then you know this guy. It is HyuN. This guy has a ridiculous amount of Fight Club wins right in a row, and he's doing so well in this GSL. Then, of course, we have Innovation, formerly known as Bogus, our Kespa player up here in the top 4, a very strong Terran. Then, of course, Axiom, HyuN.
HyuN is so solid. He's, I think, one of our more established players down here. Very good positional play.
Seriously. And, of course, Sniper, we were calling him Mini DRG. But maybe now we have to call DRG Mini Sniper.
Yeah, I don't know. Sniper, he was a bit of a dark horse in this tournament, made more of a debut in the team league.
Yeah.
And eventually, made it all the way up, in the individual leagues now, and is just doing fantastic.
Yeah. And, it's kind of a surprise to see him here even, beating Leenock in that last round. That's pretty insane. So I'll be excited to see what he can actually do against HyuN.
Yeah. Now, TBZ, it's funny because when we started out with StarCraft 2, this was like the shortest matchup. And now it's rapidly becoming the longest matchup, so that's why we're expecting this to be pretty drawn out. I think, I wouldn't say there's one clear favorite here going into this.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, and then I look at that map pool, and I feel like this is going to be maybe a 3-1 for HyuN. We have Abyssal City, Whirlwind, Battleship Vestige, Daybreak, and Antigua Shipyard. So if we go to that game 5, it's really going to favor innovation, but before that, it's going to be pretty hard.
Yeah, Antigua Shipyard, always hard to get your 4th base, as you guys have probably heard us say a lot if you watch a lot of GSL, because that's true for a lot of maps, but on that one especially. So going late game on there, if you can't control the center, you're going to be in trouble. But yeah, you do make a good point, with Abyssal City and Whirlwind especially here, as the first 2 maps. I mean, he's going to be in pretty good shape. Basically, guys, Zergs want to be on big maps. The bigger the map, the farther, well, I guess, how do I say this? The farther the travel distance to get to the opposing player's base.
Yeah, it's kind of like, as Terran against Zerg, you have to attack. Yeah, you can't just sit back.
Exactly.
Their ultimate army is better than yours.
The burden of the Terran is to try to stop the Zerg from expanding. The Zerg just wants to keep acquiring bases until eventually you can choke the Terran out. Terran have a harder time in the late game securing bases. Like, yeah, you can get a planetary, but that can only defend against so much.
Exactly. Well, Tasteless, I am so excited. We're actually going to be doing the round of 4 and then, of course, the finals in a couple days here.
Yeah. So if you guys are staying for the whole thing, if you guys are noobs out there and you don't know about this, we have a lot more days of StarCraft here. So definitely come down here. All right, so how many of you guys in the audience think HyuN's going to take this? All right, and don't cheer twice as I'm watching you guys. How do you guys think Innovation's going to take this? That was really good. I was watching the audience. No cheating there.
I think we might have had like one cheater right there. But
okay, just that guy over there?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, I think it's almost time, Artosis. The game is loading. Are you guys excited? I know I am. All right. And looks like we are in game now, so we'll throw this up for you guys momentarily. All right, guys, it's the round of 4 here in Las Vegas. I'm Tasteless, with me is Artosis, and this is the GSL Codex.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Vegas.
Let's go ahead and intro our players over here in the center right. One of only 2 starting locations on this map. We have our Zerg player. Give it up for HyuN. So as you guys can see, he's 7-3 in the last 10 games.
I got Saren,
Yeah. And we're going to have a lot to talk about actually in a second here once we intro our second players. You guys will see in a second. This game's going to, I think, be fairly short.
Yeah, this is going to be a fast game.
All right.
Oh, where are we going now?
Where are we going? Where's he going to be? All right, we got our Terran player who does not have barracks in his main right now and is proxying. Make some noise for Innovation.
STX Sword Innovation.
See, now normally Terran Berserks are fairly long, so I was planning on interacting with the audience a little bit, but that's not going to happen. this time because there's 2 barracks right in the middle of the map. So,
and this is a double 11 racks, guys. I was watching it. So this is the craziest, quickest, most powerful Marine rush. We'll have to see if he ends up sending a lot of SCVs. He's sending them right now, and HyuN could be in some trouble here, Tasteless.
All right, now he can make a bunker, or he can just use the SCVs to tank the damage. The way the AI works, it'll attack whatever's attacking him closest. As you can see here, a lot of SCVs coming out here. Now, is he going to cancel the hatch? He does not cancel the hatch in the bunker. That will activate him by playing that bunker now.
All right, the pool just finished. Lings and a queen on the way immediately. He's going to need a spine crawler most likely, and in fact, he is mining gas, so he might just sacrifice his hatchery and try to go for some sort of counter.
Yeah, this is a tough decision because obviously you don't want to lose the hatchery, but if you invest everything in trying to save it and it doesn't work out, then the game is over. And I can tell you right now, he is not going to try to save his hatchery.
I don't think so. And in fact, Innovation realizes this, already sent most of his SCVs home because he knows that he's going to get this hatchery basically for free.
All right, the Marines now continuing to press forward here. And wow, it's kind of funny. You can see here, Innovation absolutely wants to make sure he gets his 3rd bunker going down. And he will probably salvage all these afterwards. Artosis, you know Zerg better than I do. What do you think HyuN should do from here?
Well, he's stopped mining gases, so it doesn't look like it's going to be any sort of all-in. I'm surprised he's not going to get a Baneling Nest, but obviously he has to break through 4 bunkers. And if Innovation doesn't unload these, if he doesn't sell them off, he has to get probably Banelings. I mean, he might creep push over a little bit, use a spine crawl from high ground, but you can repair that for a long time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's doing a variation of this. I said he's probably going to salvage him. There is a variation, if you make a bunch of bunkers on the low ground, actually, and they don't get tech in time, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So it does look like we have a Baneling's Nest on the way. And I got to say, guys, I don't think it's looking too good here for Innovation. And the Lings are going to get by. Now remember, those barracks are not in his main base.
Yes, and
so this makes it really tricky.
He's sending 1 Marine back right now, so he'll be able to hold the depots for the time being. But, this is... The Banelings are going to be able to bust right through there. There is definitely a chance for HyuN to end up taking this.
All right, so he's got 1 Marine up there, but remember, he can also go to where the barracks are and cut off the Marines from reinforcing here. So now this game becomes a lot more about positioning with a small number of units here. And remember, HyuN is still, most of his army and drones and queens and everything else trapped inside of his base. So, all right, he gets a little bit more out, but these units that are out, they can't go back inside of his base with these. Oh, this is really smart.
Yeah, it is, but Innovation does have a lot of Marines out on the map, so he might be able to intercept this. Only 1 Marine in his main base, and that's not going to hold at all.
All right, the Banelings finish, and this is probably going to be the climax here of this game. The Marines are trying to run away.
And nice splitting so far by Innovation. Look at that beautiful Marine splitting, and those Banelings worthless.
I actually can't believe that actually happened. All right, more Lings are going to rush out here now. Now remember, there's no medevacs out yet, so those Marines will die in 1 hit basically. The Lings are continuing to head forward here. He was probably going to make some Banelings, although I really do feel like the sand is running out of the hourglass here for HyuN. I mean, if this doesn't work, this little set of Zerglings, which I guess now he's going to turn around, if he doesn't do something with this little army, I mean, he can't sit on 1 base like this. Zerg are always supposed to be 1 base ahead of their opponent no matter what.
No, a 1 base Zerg is not even if Terran has 0 bases, they can kind of fight against that. It's so weak. So he needs to get something done immediately, and I'm surprised he actually brought his Zerglings back, but I guess he's decided he can't break through there, and now he's going to finally break through, but he's done no real economic damage to Innovation, which is kind of what he set out for.
Right. I think that hatchery is actually in range of the bunker, is it not?
I believe so.
Yes, it is. Okay, so here we go. The attack is actually occurring right now. The Banelings are hitting at this bunker, but if you look at the control here, oh my God.
I just can't believe that. And he still has all 3 bunkers somehow. One of them is going to go down, repairing the other one, and it looks like that may fall as well, but Innovation just holding on.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal player from Innovation, and I think we may be seeing a GG here. I don't think there's really a plan B that you can come from here. HyuN did not invest in killing these bunkers over here at his entrance early on, instead trying to end the game very quickly by attacking his opponent where his offensive units were not.
Well, what can HyuN even do from here? I don't know that there really is anything left. I mean, he's gone through plan A. That didn't work. He had to lose the hatchery. Plan B, the baneling attack didn't work. Plan C, busting the bunkers didn't work. So now we're sitting here waiting for plan D, but
there's just not much else you can do. Now, I do like when Innovation switched into mech following this up because he realized the travel time for the barracks to actually then get back into his main and keep making infantry units. There's just not enough time for them to kind of switch steadily into that. So he goes ahead and just goes into mech. Now he's got to try to save his hatchery. It's low. He's transfusing right now. Lings and Queens kiting. And it looks like it's almost down.
And that hatchery looks like it will fall. No way to save it. Broodlings don't even really do any damage. And HyuN at this point, he knows he's lost, Tasteless.
Yeah, this is one of our drawn-out games here. As you can see, the banelings coming up here now. He's trying to get this bunker, but these Hellions are just too good against Lings. Now the Queen's being driven back. This is not looking good. And you know what's funny about this, Artos, is we mentioned the map setup. Yeah. This is the first map actually very good for Zerg. Innovation, he made the right choice in this set, and he went ahead and did a really aggressive rush. And it looks like it's worked, and now he's basically won this game. I mean, it's up to Innovation to screw this up and lose, but this was a Zerg map, and Innovation played this the right way. And now as he goes into the series, and this is really how you become a good StarCraft player, is being able to win a best of 7 against somebody good, not just to win a game. All right, now Link's coming over here, trying to get those Hellions. Maybe this game is going to go on a little bit further.
Well, it looks like he's at least finally fought this off, and he is playing against Innovation, who only has one base as well, but far superior tech right now. And of course, Terran on one base, much more powerful than Zerg, as mentioned previously. So
yeah,
this is this is getting
man, another heavy blow there. Humiliated Zerglings now turning around.
You can see their faces are red.
We have the third hatchery on the way now. This game has actually been so weird for the Zerg that he made a macro hatch in his main before he got an expansion up, which I can't even remember the last time I casted a game where that's happened. And as you can see, the confidence here of the Terran, he's actually going to make the command center on the low ground. Now, is that as safe as making it in the main? No, but I mean, with the lead Innovation has, he can take that kind of a risk.
Innovation's going to come across the map with 11 Hellions, and now some Banshees popping out. We have 11 Lings versus 11 Hellions right now on the map, so I think you can do the math on that one, too.
Yeah. All right, this Queen will go down. And looks like the Spine Crawler will as well, not even being canceled. The hatchery, he's got a few more seconds to decide if he wants to cancel that or not. Looks like that Zergling may be able to go over there and actually take out that SCV, making the command center.
And this Queen going to just go down immediately. We have 20 Lings out now with 3 Banes, but that's not going to be enough. Innovation has some nice micro, and maybe killing that hatch for the 3rd time is the charm, Tasteless. I think after HyuN loses that one more time, he may GG.
Yeah, I mean, HyuN is really staying in this game for the long run. Here we got more Banelings being made inside the main. And looks like he did manage to take out that Viking. If you notice on the mini-map, actually, there's no, well, hold that thought, hatchery is going to go down. No overlords on the mini-map, really, because he took them all out. And is this the killing blow? I think so.
And, well, he's going to kill off the Hellions again, but eventually HyuN has to admit that one base Zerg is not going to end up doing it.
More, all right, the drones are now going out. And I got to say, Innovation played this very well, a well-elected build order. Now wiping out the rest of these drones, and GG.
All right, a really strong choice there by Innovation. And, you know, we were talking about that map pool, how it's a tough one for Terran, but that 5th map is Antigua, which is a very nice map for Terran versus Zerg. So, while you can look at it as he needs 2 more wins to win, he only needs 1 more win to get to map 5. And that's a powerful way to look at it for him as a Terran player.
You know, I really like the way that HyuN played, that Innovation played that, excuse me. Now, with HyuN, we see actually Symbol talking to him right now, another great player. What do you think he's going to need to do going into game number 2? Because
HyuN, well, HyuN is a player that I have said time and time again, he's so good and he's so on the ball because he always drone scouts. He didn't drone scout this game. And that's new for him. He went for hatchery first, 2 drones afterwards. So I feel like just go back to your roots, HyuN. Drone scout. Make sure he's not doing this type of thing so you can get into the longer game.
You know what I'm actually wondering while we're talking about this is map number 2 is going to be Whirlwind, man.
Yep.
That's a big map. It's a huge map. Zergs love that map. It's so hard to get across the map without the Zerg counterattacking you, or you can even just try to engage them, and then you force siege mode, then they run away again, and then the push is delayed. But do you think that Innovation could go with another 11 racks?
I don't.
Would that work?
This map, no. Why? It would be so hard. You'd have to do some sort of percentage play. You don't want to put it in the middle. It's still kind of
do like a coin flip build.
What if they check the watchtower? Your whole strategy kind of falls apart.
They totally could.
I think Innovation.
I have seen some strats where they actually do just make it at the watchtower because some Zergs don't end up drone scouting there, and then it's like the worst place you could put it, but therefore it doesn't get scouted. It's this weird meta thing. Okay, so we are getting ready for game number 2. The map will be Whirlwind, as said before. And remember, most of the maps in the lineup at the start are a little bit more Zerg heavy. It doesn't mean that Terran can't win on it, but the architecture of it can behoove the Zerg early on.
So we have to look at it. What does Innovation want to do? Does he want to try mech here? Some Terrans have been trying that. Does he want to play the long game with Marine Tank? That's a very hard thing to do. We've only really seen HyuN do it right, do it well, and even for him it didn't end up winning. So I feel like we might see something a little bit weird from him. He does a lot of basic normal builds and does them very well, but maybe something different this game, like a huge Marine push or something. Skip those Hellions, skip what's predictable.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like with this map, Terrans haven't really solved it. In some of these maps we see, as the games evolve and as GSL continues on, where we say, aha, looks like all the Zergs have now figured out how to do, this in late game against this race, or all the Protosses now have this kind of push coming out.
Yeah.
I feel like on this map we don't have something for Terran that is sort of that aha moment. Like now we know how to approach this map.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it looks like we're going to start, Tasis.
All right, guys, let's get hyped. We're going into game number 2 here. The winner of this best of 5 will go on to the finals here at the GSL.